What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk SPK. Kick the beat. You guys know I'm O'Shea Duke Jackson, King Trickin', Finger Licking Trickin'. I have bought weaves, sandals, and sometimes candles for you sisters out there who don't pay your light bill. But all in all, spending money on women is good. I don't have a problem with it. I'm with Brother Shannon Sharp on the same topic.
My thing is like, I think for me, like when if I go into a relationship, okay, are you going to work? You want to work. You're working. Okay, you're going to continue to work? Okay, cool. This is what I do. Hey, save yours. I mean, every relationship I've been in, my girlfriend ain't gonna pay for anything. Ain't help with no rent, ain't pay. I take over her bills. You got a car note? I got that. You got an apartment? I got that. The only thing you pay for, your cell phone bill, you pay that. That's all you got. My mom want to come, my family's coming. Okay, I got them. I'll fly them in. I have a car service pick them up. Yeah.
Well, you the one, boy. Well, you that boy, huh? You hear me?
Look, I'm just old fashioned. I'll do a lot. I ain't opening no doors, so don't ask me. I ain't gonna go around and open your door to get in the car or something like that. Open your own damn door. But for most of the stuff, everything else, I'm gonna take care of it. That's just the way I am. I'm not saying if another guy doesn't do that, I'm not saying he's wrong. I know some guys like, hey, Sharp, man, she got to pay for something. I'm good. I'm good.
I don't mind spending money on women that I care about or women that I know and love. But I do have a problem on spending money on people I just don't know, especially people I have no opportunity to meet. Now, I don't mind, shooting you $10 or $20 for some of those booty clapping sounds. Kind of relieve myself and going about my day on a social media site. But things are different. People spend money differently. Everybody's not like me, and everybody damn sure ain't like you. And for some ladies, they are finding guys who can do some life-changing things for them out of the blue. Let's talk about Bad Baby. Now, Bad Baby got on OnlyFans, says she raked in over tens of millions of dollars by just being on the site. We saw the same thing with Black China, but now we're seeing the same thing with rappers who don't even get a lot of sales like Rubi Rose. Now, nobody thinks Rubi Rose is a hot hip hop female artist. I mean, you have so many others you can say, like Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, or even Meg Thee Stallion would be above her. But Rubi Rose, for a lot of people, is just trash. Rubi Rose is not being competitive in the music industry. She's dropped several records in the past couple of years, and none of them have found their way onto any of the charts, at least not at this time. But never to fear, can I get a dun-dun-dun-dun? OnlyFans is here, and Rubi Rose found herself supplementing her income on OnlyFans, and not only on OnlyFans but on certain feet picture sites too. I guess people love to spend money on chicks who are wearing sandals. And on her OnlyFans, when she first started, I don't know if it was October in 2020, she made $100,000 within the first 48 hours of launching her account. She also has a free subscription, but she does more risk content for a little bit of change. But then she met the guy who would be the #1 gifter that she ever found. And this guy is this particular gentleman right here, who spent $62,321.70 in 1 month. But before we get into the details, Albert and Preach, shout out to them. They had a pretty good video 2 years ago on why guys spend on OnlyFans. And what they did was on Instagram Live, they actually asked a few people about why they are on OnlyFans. I was interested in this one interview of what the young man said, and I'll play it here.
So yeah, the question is, why do you pay for the OnlyFans account? I kind of wanted to just let you kind of speak a little bit, then I ask you a couple questions.
Okay, sure. So I found it from Reddit for the most part. Like there's tons of Reddit subreddits of people advertising and stuff like that. I think my initial point of it was trying to get a more personal connection. But when it came down to it, it really wasn't necessarily that. And like I've in and out paid for it. I'm not paying for it currently, but I have before, probably will again. But sometimes the stuff that they offer is a lot more like personalized than standard porn could be, honestly.
Right. So you feel like there's a bit more of a connection between you and the person creating the content.
I did at one time. I don't necessarily think that way now.
Did you, throughout your process, did you get these people to do custom content for you?
I never did, no. I always kind of felt like that was like one step too far for me personally. I'm not sure. Yeah, I never really there were other people in there who said, oh yeah, I'm really active in my DMs and stuff like that. And I never really got into any of that sort of thing.
Okay, so can you just take me back to the time when you first initially started? You said something interesting where you felt like you had more connection with the person that you were watching. Can you tell me a bit more about that? Like, why did at that? I know you don't feel that way now, but why did at that time did you feel that connection?
It's kind of like the same way that you would like support a content creator on YouTube or something like that. It's sort of that same thing where it's like you like the work that they're putting in on one platform, and so you decide to follow their Patreon or buy some merch or something like that. Right. So it just felt like you were personally investing in their future and the content they put out.
Do you think the sexual nature of it makes it different, though? I wanted to know.
For me personally, it doesn't really feel that way. If I had a friend that I thought was attractive and had an OnlyFans, I'd probably subscribe to theirs.
Really?
Yeah, I would personally, yeah.
That's a good question. That's a great question.
So interestingly enough, the guy says, listen, I can look at, pornography if I want, but I feel like I'm more connected to somebody on OnlyFans. It's the same way I will be connected to somebody on YouTube, or if I were to support them on Patreon or support them anywhere else. And, this guy does know that. He obviously has a lot of money. I believe he considers himself to be a crypto whale or something like that. So, hey, the guy is probably, doing, some things. If he could spend $62,000 in 1 month. Now, the reality is a lot of guys are going to look at this and say, hey, this guy is not even going to get a date with her. He's not ever going to be able to sleep with her. Hey, she's not even in the picture holding this guy. And definitely he doesn't seem like a guy that she would ever go for. But hey, this guy already knows that. He understands that, and he probably doesn't care. He's just spending on her because he has the money and he wants to do so. And guess what? People are weird like that. They can give you all kinds of money just because they like you and they just want to support you. People are like that. But then I wonder what would happen if he ever loses this money. And have you ever thought about that with, let's say, some ladies that you were dealing with or situations like that? When you invest into somebody who doesn't really care and they're not really worth it, don't you ever feel like you made a mistake? Many of us feel like we make a mistake because that lady's going to take your money and go someplace else. And $62,000 is quite a bit of change. No matter how much money you got, it does seem like a bad investment because that 62 grand literally in the stock market in like 10 years could be worth something else. And Rubi Rose is going to probably go buy some new weaves and sandals with it, and you're not going to get anything out of it. I think that's the issue that most guys have with it. You're giving the money to this lady who won't appreciate it and will expect that other guys will do the same. And I think that's absolutely true. To spend $62,000 on a lady who probably won't be ever that big in the music industry is alarming. But hey guys, simps are going to be simps, and I think that is quite okay. For those of us who are looking at him, we're like, bruh, you're gonna regret that at some point. And yes, we've all regretted it. We might not have had the $62,000 to spend, but we've all done something for some lady and we regretted it because, we kind of wanted something back, like maybe them to appreciate us. In this case, I don't think that's what it is, but to drop $62,000 on Rubi Rose for whatever reason doesn't seem like a good financial idea, but it's his money and not mine. What I'll tell you, don't even give him 62 cents. All right. If they're not doing nothing for you, don't give it to them. Ladies have to have value for money, right? And that's just the thing that we got to understand. If you're going to part with your money, you need to receive some level of value. And I ain't talking about booty clapping sounds because that's easy to get. You know, there should be some kind of thing that she's offering you to better your life. If she's your woman, she's your wife, she's a business partner, something. You should be getting value for your money. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of women don't respect men, because men are just so happy to be like, oh my God, you're so fine, let me give you everything. And then they don't do nothing for the money. And so they expect that every guy will treat them like that. And then when it doesn't happen, they get upset. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.